Hello everyone, thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Francine and this is my channel, The Hermetic Herald. I'm here for another channeled message. I want you guys to kind of, just as a disclaimer, I want to let you guys know this is going to be a channeled message that is going to be very lengthy, and it's going to just be me giving you everything that Spirit has given me in the past month that needed to be said today. It's going to be split into two parts, and it's very important, that imperative even, that I get through those messages, because I feel like those messages are meant for you guys today. Okay, so thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your content. Someone here is a content creator. Thank you for your content, because it matters. Okay, so someone here, I probably even listen to you, is tuning in. So thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Those of you that have subscribed, that resonate with my energy and my content. Just a little bit about me. I am clairaudient, and some people already left. I am clairaudient. I am a medium. I also like to tune into ancestors, passed on loved ones, a number of things. And I want to come here and gather this information here for you guys today, because I feel like it's imperative that I share it. I am a starseed. I am an Andromedan starseed, so I do come with an energy of wanting to get to the truth, wanting to not only do that, but also to see people set free from a lot of things that are holding people hostage in their mental space, because the mental space is really the main part of what controls us as people. And I feel like a lot of people today are going through their mental space, mental health, and a feeling like they're going crazy because of the things that are going on in this time and in this space. Time space is what I'm hearing. Okay, so I want to start off with that, and I just want to see what comes through for you guys that's going to resonate. So let me know in the comments below if anything does resonate and hit you and help you on your journey. But without further ado, let's start in and see what happens. So when I was tuning into your energy collective, the first message I got was actually on the 24th, so not that long ago. I got the phrase, "the way I would have left it is." So someone was having a conversation here on improving something. They were getting someone's approval on something. You might even watch videos at work with the captions on, and someone, as I was channeling, I could hear someone having a conversation. So I had to kind of tune out a little bit. I also heard that someone here is being told that they're satanic because of their beliefs. There's a need for you to know that. You're going to resonate with that, and I'm hearing satanic temple. So you may be dealing or tapping into stuff that are occultish, and you may be getting messages or people telling you to stop doing this because you're tapping into the occult, things like that. You're tapping into the demonic. You should stop that. That kind of energy. You might be getting that a lot from people, specifically people that are of a certain creed or religion, and they really adhere to that, and they don't find peace in seeing that you're doing something like that. It could be a mother getting that as well. So I also got the phrase, "you're hearing me." So someone here feels as though it's surprising that I can hear them, or that someone else can hear your thoughts. It feels like your thoughts are almost going to be very easy for someone to hear and to interpret. You might be telepathic, where you have a relationship with someone and they're literally picking up on what you're thinking, and you're like, "Are you hearing me right now? Like, are you listening? Are you tapping into me?" Someone might feel like they're being tapped into, and they may not like that. I'm sorry if I'm tapping in a certain way, but Spirit clairaudiently gives me these messages, so I want to also say that. I'm hearing you're fired. Someone here is surprised by someone ending a position or deciding to put in their 2 weeks notice. There's also someone here that is surprised that someone has been fired or demoted from a position of authority. It feels as though that person is very surprised. I'm seeing ECH. Someone has like a last name with ECH, and then it's like a little bit longer, so it's harder for me to get. And they're also thinking of, what would you do? What would Jesus do? Is for some reason coming through as well. Someone's trying to understand, what should I do in this situation? This person's getting fired. Oh, like, what should I do about it? So that's coming through. I was just hearing a lot of voices, and it's definitely like being a psych major, it's something that is normal when you're channeling. And so I know that it's not schizophrenia or anything like that. Someone may have some relationship with schizophrenia as well. The word diversion came in as well. Brute force triggers you. Someone here has a connection to maybe a focus on how things are conveyed. If it's conveyed in a way that's very brute, very harsh, they don't like it. I get that. But something about that phrase, brute force triggers you, is important. Someone here is also looking for a place to eat for lunch. They're looking into Chick-fil-A. There's also, they're looking at a destination, maybe putting it into their GPS and trying to go to a Chick-fil-A destination for their lunch because they only have so much time and they have to cram it in. I'm also getting hunger strike initiation. Someone feels very passionate about something and may go on a hunger strike. There's also someone here that also is fasting in some capacity. Okay, we also have the term frisson of fear. So there's someone here that's feeling a little frightened by something, or is a writer and is writing something that is maybe a horror type genre, or feeling fearful about something. Okay, so yeah, those are, and someone here is drinking iced tea as well. I don't know why that's coming up. Okay, and then we also had, Spirit wanted to highlight something to me on the 18th to share today. Something significant happened for you guys on the 18th. They wanted to highlight that 10 days later. There's something you're going to see now that you have spent that time on that day doing something. It's going to make sense today since it is 10 days later. There's like a completion of something that happened on the 18th of March this year. We also have 641 coming through, orange bubbles going up. So there's someone here that might be working on their sacral chakra, their sexuality, their creativity, and maybe they're having blockages here and there, but there's also orange bubbles, so you might be drinking Fanta soda, the orange soda specifically. I'm also getting 1946 Board of Commissioners expired, designated by God, under wraps, county elections, Delaware County in particular, Board of Elections, co-op for 1961 to 1962, a boardroom, knocked down, 2-day election, upright, down victory, ivory is being highlighted, something ivory. I'm hearing race relations, so ebony and ivory being an important part of this. Arbor, so arbor branch, so someone here is looking into maybe trees. That energy of maybe looking into plants and their species. Getting evolved race, data breach, out of reach, archery. Someone might be interested in archery or doing that. The number April 13th is going to be very important for you guys. They want to make that known, and overreach was the word I got. So these are phrases that are going to make sense to you. And likely there's something that's going to happen that will be like a culmination of these energies and this information on April 13th for you. Okay? It's like you guys are like dismantling something and breaking it down and understanding it, and I'm getting your findings. It's like you're coming to this place of researching this like Page of Swords energy. And if I'm not staring at you guys, I hope you're not offended by that. It's like I'm channeling, so I'm going to look elsewhere. And I'm also going to be looking at the screen where my information is. But I want you guys to know that, okay? And so Spirit really wants to highlight that you're looking into something with the Page of Swords energy of like finding information online or looking it up in books because you don't trust the internet and what's providing you. I'm hearing Google Maps, looking up places and destinations, and you might even be looking into trips outside of the country or in the country. There's something about you having a broader perspective of something, and of you attaining that information through a number of and variety of means. Okay, I was seeing an eagle flying overhead and looking down their prey, for their information. You guys are like looking and have this bird's eye view of what it is that you're trying to understand about the world. Okay, you guys have a very investigative energy. I'm getting investigative journalism, so maybe you're into that. You're into seeing people investigate things. It really grinds your gears when people are not thorough. Something about that as well is coming through. And I'm hearing bearing findings. I'm hearing the word matones, which is like a Spanish, it's a word in Spanish for thugs, fighter. So you're kind of a fighter, or you have heard the word matones recently. Okay. I heard also the word Kelsington, Dewey, so the Dewey Decimal System, potentially, or Dewey. I heard uwu. This is not only a expression in, like, I think anime, but also in Igbo it means howl. Okay, so someone here might be very, I heard lexicon, someone here might be into the symbolism of owls and also of wolves in particular. Those two animals might be one of your spirit animals, owls or wolves. And I'm also reminded of uwu, which was a thing that was out about human trafficking. People typing in uwu and a number of things, uwu, over and over and over, and they were getting like really sus stuff about human trafficking, like send one child or something like that. So you guys might be looking into that, into trafficking or into rings. So this is a really occultish energy here. You're looking into the deep secrets of things, organizations, and stuff that are going on currently, okay? Or may have been going on. I'm also hearing per grade and pay grade. So you guys might be looking into how people are being paid, the people that are, I'm hearing secret service, like people that are in positions of power and their pay grade. Why are they getting this much? What are they doing? Like, what are they really doing under wraps? Like, why does the president make this much, you know, for doing what they do? Why do certain things make the money or the quality of their, why is the quality of their performance a certain way? There's something about you guys being really cerebral. And I like that a lot, so I want to present that as well to you guys. We also have the word Bulgaria coming to the surface. Someone might be Bulgarian or be drawn to go to Bulgaria. Okay, I was getting a visualization of a golden scorpion with red eyes and a blue background. And for some reason I'm seeing a deck. It's a blue deck, royal blue, that has a gold emblem, like a seal. And someone's using that deck, or there's something about your spirit guides wanting you to use that deck because it'll be very helpful for you, okay? Whew. This is like a lot of information and it's already like 13 minutes. So, Spirit also wanted to highlight, and I'm gonna just say one more thing and then do the rest for another video. Spirit wants to highlight bi-curious, so someone might be bi-curious, meta-curious, am source, SARS, so COVID, methamphetamines, breaking news. So something will come out in the public in regards to methamphetamine use and also about COVID. There's some link between AmSource, a company that I did not know about, and Metacurious, okay? The two dates that are going to be really relevant to this message are September 22nd, 2022 and September 27th, 2022. This happened previously. So someone who's going to resonate with those messages, those dates are important for you to go back to, okay? There's also this these two phrases that are misappropriated funds and brigade. So someone has been misappropriating funds within a company, within AmSource or Meta Curious, okay? I'm revealing stuff, so I don't know. Like, I love knowing the information that is relevant for you guys, and it's really specific. So someone here needs to know that. Someone here also was really worked up about something they knew to be wrong. It might be in regards to this company. Spirit wants to highlight that. They were up at night about this and decided to start over to escape, and they're going to be successful. So if someone here is listening to this message and they're from Meta-Curious or M-Source, there's a need for you to know about this information, that you're going to be successful, and that if you are kind of belaboring and really worried about this information, you are going to you're going to be able to start over to escape the misappropriated funds, the lawsuit coming. Something about that information is important for you. Someone here needs to know that because they're worked up, and you did your work and you're speaking out about it. Justice will be served. The tower has already moved out, I heard. Object mummified, object restored to its full glory. You will be restored to your full glory here. You were objectified and you had an obligation to something. Someone here had an obligation within a company, marketing company in particular, and they're now going to be able to move forward. The tower is released, about to fall, and has been held up for them so that they could leave. So there's this imagery of someone here moving out of something that was very tumultuous and very tricky and risky. They're going to be able to leave. Messenger, send alert. I feel like Spirit's saying that I'm the messenger for that. Show up in 6 months. So 6 months from September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So this month, it will be done for you, and you will be supplied an answer, okay? So they said done. That was it. After that, they said they're obligated to decide which way they're going to go. This is in regards to the group Meta-Curious. They're being urged to attend. There's an illusion of choice in order to aspire or inspire others, and they're in deliberation mode. This is involving Manchester, UK. Okay, and so they have to decide to change something, but they are heartbroken about it. They were once so happy, but they yearn to start over, to be happy. Wanting to be an independent, and I'm hearing here Masonic roots. So someone here has Masonic roots, and they also have the name Amanda. Okay, they're heavily supported at this time by their ancestors. So Amanda, if you are hearing this, if someone here has the name Amanda, that's very relevant here, and there's a need for you to know that you're protected at this time, and that you may be looking into your roots, and there's a need for you to look into that deeper, and there may be Masonic Freemasonry roots as well. They said spending too much time already in the present. And then I got the name Amanda Seyfried. Somehow Amanda Seyfried is related to this, and reclaim your throne. Very interesting. You might have the last name Seyfried. Maybe people joke about that because you sound like you are the person, the celebrity, because you have that last name. Your parents might have given you that name, and you're kind of like, you feel like you're not living up to that standard, or you feel like people judge you. They want to make you know that you are reclaiming your throne, and that I heard the words obligatory, not supported, approved, and requested. So there's something about those words, you feeling like something is obligatory, and that you have to request something. There's a very office-oriented energy to this, working under someone else, under an official or someone in power, okay? There's also this word song association, grander than that, and I'm getting a picture of someone that looks like George Clooney, but is Indian. So there's someone here that looks like that, and I'm hearing McCarthy, okay? So those are the channeled messages I'm gonna share for now. There's so many. I'm just gonna tap into your energy. Do with that information what you will. There may be things coming out because today is March 28th, and I'm doing this at 12:33 a.m. So it's just the 28th today. I'm gonna see, and this is 2023 if I haven't said that. So we're gonna see what comes up in the future for you guys. It might be on April 13th, or it may be later. So I'm going to keep up with that and post if I see anything that has happened. But yes, the tower is falling. There's a lot of information, breaking news that are going to come out about drug use. That are going to come out specifically about people in power that are already utilizing drug use to help them, maybe to help aspire to get things done. Maybe they're feeling like they need to in order to to make it in some form or fashion. Drug use has been highlighted a lot. World leaders are being highlighted, and their use or involvement in drug rings, or their use in involvement in SARS or in COVID. Something about that is coming through. There will be information that will be revealed between the 13th to the 26th is what I'm hearing. April 13th to 26th, so we'll keep up with that and see what happens. But definitely within marketing, within AI, there's something about that industry. Something is going to be coming out about that. Okay, I'm feeling this. So we have the Eight of Cups, moving on to something better. None of these cups are going to fulfill us anymore. The information and insight that we've had before, it's like you've had to turn a blind eye and say, okay, it'll make sense later because it's so confusing. But there's a need for you to know that judgment is coming, and that this information, this truth is going to be revealed because it can't wait any longer. There's something about the tower falling. There's something about the information coming through, no matter what others have wanted or tried to keep from the public, okay? Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, what messages would you like to share with the collective? Okay, so I feel like Spirit's definitely saying that I'm meant to share a lot of things that are going to be very confusing for some people because they're not going to make sense until they happen. I feel like prophecy is something that is coming through a lot for me, and is something relating to my past lives. There's information and insight that is coming through, and they want me to talk to some people about the occult, specifically with Aleister Crowley. Someone here is either related to him, or someone here had a relationship with him in a past life. Someone resonates with his content. Maybe they're afraid to say anything because he's pretty, his information and his notoriety or reputation is very negative. But there's something about you coming out and speaking out about this individual and the practices in which you've known or experienced in a past life. There's this need for you to come into an understanding of your place, in the sense of a group of people that are coming to an understanding of the secrets, trade secrets, really important things that are going on that no one else would know, that you wouldn't know unless Spirit had given or has given you that information and insight, okay? Okay, so they want me to talk about the Hermit. So I wanted to say, and I wasn't sure whether or not I should say it, but about the Order of the Hermetic Dawn, or the Order of the Golden Order of the Hermetic Golden Dawn. There's something about the history of Aleister Crowley and his involvement with that group, with Freemasonry as well. There's something about the insight that he has had, or that he knows, or that you imparted to that person in a past life, that is being highlighted here. This is also being highlighted, death. There's a need for you to see, and this is Anubis, I believe, the deity revolving around transformation, rebirth. There's a need for you to see that there is a new dawn ahead, and that there's information, insight that needs to be shared, that has come from a place of introspection and wisdom. You guys have a lot of ancient wisdom within you, and there's a need for you to tap into that more, because you have information and insight. Like I have information and insight to share for the collective, but it's going to be for a very select few people. It might be for more over time as people look back on these videos, but there's something about all this information coming out and being shared with the world in order for there to be balance, for things to be upright again, okay? Because there's a lot of chaos that has ensued. There's a lot of evil that has been running rampant in this world, and that reminds me of the events of yesterday, technically, but with regards to Nashville, okay? There's a lot of things that are coming up in the collective that have not been shared, that flipped over. Someone's been holding on to some information, to some gifts, to some impartation for the right moment, and there's a need for that to be shared with the world. You have something to impart on the world at large. And if you're drawn to my content, if you're drawn to my energy, you may be a soul tribe member. You may be someone that was meant to work with me or team up with me, or even if it's telepathically, having the information and insight that's necessary to move forward and to help the collective. Just by you existing, it's helping so many people. I hope you know that. There's no, there shouldn't be this sense or essence of like pressure that you feel like you're crushed under, but this sense of like, I want to share more because it's so important and so good. You know, it feels like a freeing energy of like the weight being taken off of your shoulders. Someone here needs to allow themselves to just enjoy and have this passion. I'm hearing investigative journalism again, of sharing things that they know and that they've been told. The scarab beetle is a symbol also of luck, of fortune, of abundance. There's an abundance that comes with your information and insight. And it's okay if you had to spend time with your spirit guides and deliberating on what to share and what not to share. That's wisdom. But don't allow fear to coexist and mingle with that wisdom, okay? There's something about the order of the Hermetic. Let me get the name right. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. I feel really sad that I didn't know that. But there's something about that order that's really important. There's something about you being a very key player, or being a very pivotal energy in the collective. You've come far and wide to share this information, insight. And I'm seeing a Lester again. So it's like you have something huge to share with the collective. You have something to impart to the collective that is going to be very impactful. Okay, we have 3 cards that came out. This is the 6 of Cups. Within your soul tribe, within your soul group, there's something about that. I'm also hearing someone here might have migraines. Maybe when they're trying to tap in, it's too much, the energy is difficult to kind of sift through, or they get headaches. I'm also hearing head trauma, so someone here had head trauma as well. So there's a need for you to see the beauty of connecting with past life relationships and seeing those come to fruition in this life, and of sharing these cups of knowledge and information with other people, the joy that comes with that. There's also past life soulmates and stuff coming into your life, into your inner world, and you're starting to see them as that. You're starting to have insight into who's here for such a time as this, okay? We also have 7 of Swords. You're also looking at deceitful information or messages that are not true about things in the collective. It's like you're seeing things for what they are. This is the bird that's on the Ace of Swords in this deck. It's like this person is like begging them to stay, or just saying, hey, you can't be here. What are you doing here? The truth is not welcomed in certain spaces, but it's very important that you share it, okay? There's a need for you to see that your information and insight is true, and that there's no need to doubt it. We have here the 3, the 3 of Wands. We have here the Empress. So you are the Empress collective. You have an abundance of resources, and you are, it's like it's on fertile ground. There's so much growth, so much movement upwards. I'm going to be doing a specific podcast on these types of information, where I channel notable people in history, circumstances and events in history. I want to do that. So if you're interested, definitely comment and tell me more about what you are, if you're excited for that, or if you're interested in seeing that, because I want to present it to a group of people that are going to really resonate with talking about historical things that are important for the collective to know at this time. There's a lot of healing that comes in knowing your past. I want to do more of like a soul regression type thing where I look back into your Akashic Records and I allow myself to tap in with your permission, with your spirit guides as well, guiding you to see what messages Spirit wants to give to you, because I feel like there's this ending here that's already taken place in the collective, as we mentioned earlier. I thought 3003, so the number 3 is very relevant. Transformation is here. Transformation in the people that you used to look up to, or the people that are in power, and I'm seeing that the tower has to fall down in order for there to be restoration, and I'm hearing restorative glory to that. Okay, I want to see if there's any other messages, and the tower was at the bottom as well of the deck. Okay, the tower has to fall, and what has to come in its place? Temperance. Balance has to be restored. People have to come to a reckoning, I'm hearing, of what they've done or what they have been focusing on. And there needs to be a balancing act with what we allow, what Spirit allows. Okay, there has to be karmic retribution for the things and actions that are being done by people in power. I'm feeling this very strongly. So there's this essence of you coming into information that you may not have expected, that might leave you downcast or make you feel like, oh, I don't want to know about that. That's a lot of information, Spirit. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm kind of scared. I'm not sure. It's unexpected information. You may be excited now, but at times you're unsure of whether that information is coming from the right source. Spirit wants to highlight that you are tapping into, I'm hearing glory. You're tapping into the unknown, the occult, the information that's going to help you and assist you on your path. And there's a need for you to know that it may come unexpectedly. And what really matters is how you respond to when it comes unexpectedly. Are you excited, or are you just kind of sitting and sifting through all of it and kind of just going with what makes sense to you? There's a need for you to step out in faith about all of the things that Spirit does want to give you, because if you don't allow yourself to just speak, you will become disillusioned. And there's also this sense of like feeling like I'm crazy, you know. This information is coming to you for a reason, to share with the collective at the right time. Divine timing is at play, guys. So I feel like that is where I should leave it. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Is there a Moonology deck card from this deck that you'd like me to share with the collective? The number 7's coming through. Perfection. So there's a need for this video to end with that number in some form or fashion. Is there anything else you'd like to say, Spirit? Oh, this one. Okay. What is that? A fiery climax approaches. And that's going to be the full moon in Aries. So the culmination of all of these things is likely going to take place during the full moon in Aries. So that's going to be later on this year, I believe in September. And then also this one is coming through. Hold your vision. Fixed moon. Hold your vision, collective, because things are coming, and there's retribution is what I'm hearing coming to play here. Okay, so if you can't see that, look forward to that and hold your vision for what Spirit has been telling you, because it's going to unfold for you guys. Okay, we are in that age of Aquarius. Okay, so insight is coming through for you guys, and there's a need for you to hold on to it and to trust it. Okay, well, I think that's it for us. Just want to show you guys that one more time, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.